I'm built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for that doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss.
Pacers were going to make the playoffs. It didn't end so well for you, brother.
If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool.
You fell asleep at the trade deadline when we had a trade to get Kyle Lowry out of here.
They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running. Toes they gonna take it.
This is what we got to tell.
I've been doing this.
I filled it in. No time for that doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for that doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I'm paying the cost. I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Let's go. Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. I'm so excited about today's show. I got my bros in the studio today. All three of us, man. It's Monday. Some great football. Hey, we won a bye week. We were just chilling, scoping out the scene. You know, things was going on. And we saw a lot of stuff. You know, we got to talk about the Ravens overtime win against the Rams. That was really big. The chat was there doing that game, right? We got to talk about the Chiefs and the Bills. Controversial call at the end. We're going to talk about that. I know somebody's going to mention that today. We got to talk about that. We got to talk about that demolition. I mean, golly. We got to talk about that. That beatdown that we saw Sunday night that I wasted my time watching. And we got to talk about 49ers taking the number 1 seed. But before we get into that, I got two of my bros. Like I said, I got Davey Dollars himself in the studio. And Mr. You Done Son, I'm liking the name. How y'all doing, fellas?
I mean, last week, Bosa came out, as he was doing a press conference, said, Dallas, we gave y'all the blueprint, so go out there and handle y'all business. So I was like, I don't think it's a blueprint. I think it's more of a black print because, Dave, you wore black last week. It's crazy you got to wear black twice, It's a funeral. Funeral, man. Serve them birds up twice, and it ain't even Christmas yet. You got ham, turkey, whatever y'all need over here, man. Dave, you can take the week off. We opening up shop now. I told you, but we ain't got no chicken breast though. We ain't got no chicken breast because them boys ain't had no heart. We only got legs, thighs, and wings.
Oh my god.
Y'all good?
Yo, go Dave.
See, Dave like, now who that? Who that?
Nah, I'm good. Welcome back, Link. You've been gone for a little minute, man. What's up? Welcome back. You feeling good after a win. I feel you, but where were you when it was 42-10? You was missing during that time.
See, today ain't the day, Dave.
Welcome back. I don't want to rain on your parade. I don't want to rain on your parade. Welcome back, Link. But today is a special day. For two people that have been in my life. My sister, Charmaine, today is her birthday. Happy birthday, Sherman. Love you. Happy birthday. And also, Joe, someone that's been important in both of our lives, Coach Walter Charles. Happy birthday. I'm almost certain you're not watching this right now, but whenever
he better be.
Go ahead. When you get this clip, happy birthday. Love you as well. I know you don't say it as much, but I'm gonna say it. Love you, Coach. But
hey, hold up, Dave. Exactly. Before you go, man, you gave the special B-Day shout out. So let's give him a. Yeah.
Well, nah, man, it's definitely a great day. It's a great day to talk about football. As Joe says, San Francisco is now the number 1 seed, not just in the NFC, but in the entire NFL right now. So let's talk about these games. It's a lot of good things that's going on. It's Monday, money making Mondays. I'm hyped. I know Tomo hyped. Joe's ready for the show. Let's turn up, y'all. Turn me up, up,
up.
Oh, and I gotta say hello, wifey. Thank you for always supporting me. You know, I see you in the comments, so appreciate you. And then my brother's in the comments, Tony as well, who's also been on the show. So let's go, man. We got a fire show. Do your thing, Jody.
Let's get it, man. All right, before we get into the Inspire Show Dave's talking about, make sure y'all like this video on 3 platforms. This is streaming on X, Facebook, and you already know YouTube. So make sure y'all like it on all 3 platforms. Share the video on all 3 platforms because I see y'all watching, but you want others to watch this episode. You know, if we got some good content, we're gonna bring it to y'all. And if you haven't yet, make sure you follow and subscribe on all 3 platforms. If you didn't know, you're new to watching the show. We just hit 1,000 subscribers last month. Congratulations to R2L. We're excited about that. But we got to take that But we got to take that to another level. All right. We getting the watch hour was looking pretty good. We just don't have enough eyes watching. All right. And listen, use that comment section. We can see all the comments I will be putting down throughout the show. We appreciate it. I normally give out shout outs, but it's a handful of y'all today. So I'm gonna say shout out to y'all in the comment section. We appreciate y'all. All right. And yes, he is, right? And any super chat comes in. First of all, we appreciate all the donations, all the gifts. Any super chat comes in, we're gonna pause, stop, hold up, and then we're gonna read what's on the screen. You get the shine, you get the platform, all right? But all donations are welcome. Last but not least,
Donations.
That is
Donation. Gifts.
Rick Ross is funny. All right. So last but not least,
that's Dr. Umar.
No,
you don't want to be on Dr. Umar's bad side.
And last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. Tomo, the floor is yours.
And something about this season, man. Like we was complaining early in the season about, why would they make the schedule this way? More so me, because why would I have to play the 49ers like week 5? Why would they do that to us? But now that I look back at it, I ain't mad at it. I'm good. We got our whooping out the way, and then we proceeded just to keep whooping up on bad teams. But we're not going to talk about the Cowboys just yet. We're going to say that for a little later. We got to talk about Lamar Jackson and them Ravens, man. My man healthy, and they winning games. He got somewhat weapons. We ain't going to call them real weapons because, CTC Carl going to run down on us and say, y'all wouldn't call them weapons if they was on another team. But Odell, with that sluggo route, look good. Then let's talk about a punt return. Ravens versus the Rams. So Ravens, what they call him, walk-off Wallace now after he did that. You get the 76-yard touchdown in overtime to win the game 37-31. And we just got to react to it, man. How y'all feel about that game, Dave?
For one, thank you, Baltimore, for furthering our divisional lead. Thank you for beating the Rams. I appreciate y'all on that one. So
is he trying to come on the show?
Thank you. And shout out to Tylen Wallace. He solidified the W, so appreciate you. But is Odell back? Is Odell back? Because he looked like the old Odell to me like yesterday. He had them corners looking silly. So, man, that was definitely, it was a good game. It was definitely intense. It was, the Ravens were winning this game handily at first, and then the Rams just started made it a game. And I think the one thing about this Ravens team is Lamar hasn't necessarily been the issue. He's been the reason why they've won most of these games. But that defense seems to give up things in the end. Seems like it's the defense, which is also number 2 right now in points allowed. So we got to give a shout out to that Ravens defense. It has been pretty much stout all year, but it seems when it counts that the defense is starting to give up a lot of points and a lot of yards, even though Lamar has been doing his thing almost the entire game. And the Ravens are winning this game with one of their best players, their best running back, being out for all year long. They've had a lot of injuries going throughout this year, and they continue to keep winning. They're number 1 in the AFC right now, 10-3. So this has been a really good season. Lamar has an argument to be the MVP if they win out. So that was a great game all around. I'm just glad that the Rams came out on the losing end. So shout out to the Ravens.
Joe?
All right, so Great game for the Ravens. I think that this is a game that Lamar needed on his resume because the problem all year for the Ravens was they can't close games. Every game they lost this year, they've been up by double digits throughout the game, and they lost the lead towards the end of the game and couldn't finish the game off. Every game, and they had it's not like they score and the other team came down and scored and won. They had opportunities to close the game out. And I'm not gonna be too hard on Lamar. You know how I feel about Lamar. That's my dog, right? But he also had the opportunity to close the game out overtime, and he didn't. But then the punt return got them out the way. But what I will commend Lamar for was that last touchdown he had in regulation. I think it was 3rd and 17. After the referees made a crazy call, he threw the ball. He wasn't down. He threw that ball. That should never been. He wasn't down by contact, and it wasn't a fumble. All right. So, but it was like 3rd and 17, I think, and he threw a beautiful pass. I think it was Odell, right? To Odell. Was it Odell?
That was Zay.
Zay Flowers. Okay, to Zay Flowers. All right. Basically for the would have been kind of game-winning touchdown, but the Rams came back into the field goal. And then he got that 2-point conversion. That 2-point conversion was even better. So he was clutch, and that's what I wanted to see from Lamar. I know Lamar is talented. I know Lamar is all this stuff. I believe he's clutch. He's been clutch in the past. I remember him against the Colts scoring on every single drive in the second half. I remember that on Monday Night Football. He was clutch that game. But this year has not been the case. You got to update your resume, right? So, and another thing I got to say, Matthew Stafford, man, he was balling. That man was throwing dimes. God. Cooper Kupp. Thank you, Cooper Kupp. Even though it ain't going to mean nothing because Javon couldn't take care of business against Dave. God, Lee. But anyways, shout out to Matthew Stafford, man, he was throwing down. Cooper Kupp was running hard. I feel like every time he got the ball, he kept trying to run somebody over. They played good. The Rams look totally different. They look rejuvenated. They look excited, and they look like they can possibly be a wild card team. All right, so
interesting. Because for one, I think we got a surprise guest. I don't know if you try to pull a Stone Cold Steve Austin in here and just walk on stage, but I'm gonna get my thoughts off. We're gonna bring Carl up right quick.
Okay.
Now y'all can bring him up. Yeah, we can bring him up. But because I know you was in a tough place, Carl. Like you had to watch Matt Ryan, or Matty as you call him, go up against your Ravens.
Don't disrespect my dog.
I said Matty. You call him Matty though.
But you just said Matt Ryan.
I know. I said my bad. You call him Matty. Like I caught myself. Unlike your defense, who should have caught that pick 6. Like I said it. Hey Joe, what I say? I said Matt Ryan, but I keep calling him Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan must be talking about me, man. But
you didn't say
Stafford, he about to throw a pick, and what Marlo do? Drop it.
I know, right?
Like, Carl, you gonna get in here and say a little bit more in detail, but the Ravens defense was not your friend yesterday at all. Like they was really trying to get that game up, but in true fashion, Lamar was like, I got the team on my back, and I'm gonna make plays when it's time to make plays. And that rookie y'all got, man. I don't know what him and Odell be doing in practice, but he be showing up when it's time to, man. Zay Flowers, shout out to him. He helped me get my lead back. That's how I know to play and who it was, Joe, because he got me. I got the lead back in that fantasy league because of that touchdown and the 2 points. So shout out to Lamar and everything that they did. But one more thing before you go, Carl. I just want people to know that the Cowboys blew out. I mean, it was a tough game, but the Rams are a good team, right? That's what you were alluding to, Joe. You're saying that they're starting to make a wild card. They're starting to look something like a good team.
I did say they look better, kind of like how y'all look better after the 49ers lost. Kind of similar.
I'm just saying. Take it away.
See, I could just make this a college football thing about Florida State and get on my little soapbox, but I ain't gonna do that. So Ravens, what a roller coaster yesterday. Lamar and his offense had to score a lot. I mean, honestly, we took the Rams' best punch in the first half. They put up 20 in the first half, and they'll be only down 3. That was a good sign for Lamar. I agree with what Joe said. Lamar did need that game on his resume because it was one of those games. It's kind of funny. It's kind of similar to what AJ was alluding to with Brock Purdy. It was one of those games where the defense isn't doing its thing this game. We need you to get us this W, and down 23 to 27 after Tyler Linderbaum snaps a terrible snap. Lamar's not even ready for the snap into the end zone. He has to kick it in the end zone for a safety that leads to what? That's the only. It was 2 of, I believe, the Rams' 9 points or something like that in the second half. No, 2 of the 11 because they scored 9 in the second half on offense. Lamar goes down the field with only 1 running play, which was a loss of a yard or 2, by the way. All passes down the field 4 touchdowns to Zay, and then the 2-point conversion, footwork in the pocket. Lamar running back, Lamar RB. A lot of people just like he was going to run it there. Stops on the dime, makes a beautiful throw to Zay Flowers for the 2-point conversion. Underrated 2-point conversion play. That definitely helps bolster his chances. And I'm not saying he's a top dog in MVP, not going there, but it helps his chance. So really good win. Maddie, y'all know I love Matt Stafford. It hurt my soul. I'm like, bro, what is Maddie doing? Why is he killing my defense like this? But to be honest, it wasn't the defense down the stretch. It was one player. Marlon Humphrey gave up 2 chunk plays after Lamar goes down and orchestrates a beautiful touchdown pass. Earlier in the game as well, I have to say this. Marlon Humphrey is guarding DeMarcus Robinson. I can't remember who catches the crosser, but he just gives up on the play. He sees Brett catch the ball, and he just stops. He just looked like he glitched out. He stops. He just doesn't give up the play. He allows DeMarcus Robinson to block him.
Yeah, that's Robinson.
Huh?
No, because he said you don't know who caught it. I'm about to say that was Robinson, right?
No, it wasn't DeMarcus. It wasn't DeMarcus. He was guarding DeMarcus Robinson. Somebody caught the underneath crosser. Gino had, I believe it was Puka. Because it was like a trips to the right. Puka came crosser. DeMarcus was the solo guy.
It was. I know what play you talking about. That was Puka.
Yeah, that was Puka.
Yeah, he was a solo guy. And bro just gave up. He didn't even like try to beat a block and make the tackle. Bro just stood there like, oh, play's over. Meanwhile, Puka went up the field. Like, Gino had to come and make the tackle. Like, bro, what are you doing? It just seemed like he's disengaged. Like, bro, get it together. But hell of a play by Tylan Wallace. I like Tylan Wallace. Now, I'm not saying that's why I like him. No, I just liked him out of Oklahoma State, so sue me. But he made a play. He was called upon. Devin Duvernay down. Punt return, he got some yards. Broke a tackle, made a play to win the game. He called game. Great win. Home win. Still undefeated against NFC teams at home. But like I said, great resume builder for Lamar in terms of MVP. Can't say that he only can play from in front.
Hey, I want to make this point too. I came on the show before and I said somebody's 0-5, 0-4, I think, with throwing over 40 passes. Lamar was 24 from 43. He threw 43 times, 316 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception in the dub, by the way. He won that game.
I forgot to bring that up. Thank you, Joe.
Who was that somebody?
Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts. Yeah. That was Cowboy though. Cowboy the one said, how many was everybody record when they throw 40 times? I mean, Lamar 1-0 this year, I think. If I'm not mistaken. That's his first time this year, I think, of throwing 40 times. If I'm not mistaken, I had to go back and look, but probably the first time.
And I think it's the first time all season you had to come from behind, right?
No.
Well, they had
a few times.
No, I don't think it's the first time I had to come from behind. It's just
one of the few.
No, this was the first time y'all trailed. Did y'all trail most of the game?
No, it was like back and forth.
It was like 9 lead changes. It was like 7 9 lead changes. You're right, yeah. But normally it's not like that. Normally y'all had the lead and y'all gave it up like that.
I don't know what defense. I guess defense was still in the bye week.
Hey, Matt Stafford last 2 weeks has done for almost 600 yards and 6 touchdowns. That's the games.
He balling, man. And what's his name? They got a running back now.
Kyron Williams.
Man, he came in. He been killing the last few weeks though.
Yeah, second-year player out of Notre Dame. He's actually been the catalyst of why they've been winning some of these games.
And Cooper Kupp, he getting his legs back. I mean, I ain't start him because of what he did last week. Now I'm looking up like, see, I ain't got him in our league. That's another league, but
he got 115. Sorry, Carl, I never gave him to you, but
it's fine. I mean, my league, bro, Justin Herbert, all them people went down cool. It's over with.
Didn't y'all make a trade for Debo, and now Debo,
bro? Oh my god!
And Edwards
had 6 carries yesterday, bro.
Hey, what coach at, man? FFC, man. We gotta get you on here.
But my season over with anyway, bro.
It's all good, man. Odell went off. But so up next for the Ravens, I think y'all got Jacksonville on Sunday, and then the Rams they play Washington.
Sunday night football.
You ready, Joe?
This offense do your job, man. That's all I care about.
Hey, look, I said it preseason. If Maddie and Cooper Kupp playing, I'm willing to take bets on the Rams. I said in the preseason.
Well, Cooper Kupp was hard yesterday, man. He ran over like at least 4 of y'all. Not ran over, but ran into y'all. Like try to run y'all over. It was one time he tried to run y'all over and somebody backed that man.
He's just a super slot though. He's not elite or nothing.
Hey, I know your pain. I know your pain.
Mm.
But Carl, you want to stay around for this one because we gonna talk about your favorite quarterback again.
Oh,
We got
I actually, y'all might be surprised. I can stick around for that if y'all want me to.
we cool with that because I need my FJA brother here, man. He job balled out yesterday
I'm
though.
cool.
So.
I'm cool with that.
Let's get it.
All right. Well, with that being said, man, we had an upset Patty Mahomes after somebody didn't know how to line up or check in with the refs. They said he checked in, but that's another story for another day. Josh Allen, Buffalo Bills, go to Kansas City to win the big game. Some say he can't do it, but he did it yesterday. 20-17. He defeats the Chiefs. React to it. Joe, it's your moment. Go ahead, man.
All right, man. So look, first I want to say, that was a quarterback-driven game. Even though Cook had a good game, they had a good game rushing yesterday, Buffalo. But I want to say this. Oh, hold up, right here. All right. Shout out to Teddy, Baseball with Teddy, BWT. Been a member for 3 months. Shout out to the best network out here. Soto is a Yankee. I heard you and Joe Vaughn going at it in the chat. We need to get y'all on BWT and talk about that. All right, so that's all I gotta say.
Anybody know how to do that? Because I've been a member for like 3-4 months. I don't know how to do that. So.
You know, I got that.
Once you go on the super chat, it pretty much pops up right there.
Yeah. Say, do you want to use that or do you want to pay?
Okay.
Like, I'm like, I know I've been a member for months, all right? but yeah, I do want to say this. Ever since they switched offensive coordinators, Josh Allen has been better. Even though they lost to Philly, Josh Allen was good against Philly, but penalties killed them. All right, and he's been good. And Mahomes too, man. He's been playing good. These dudes carving these receivers. Kadarius Toney dropped that easy first down yesterday. I was like, what in the world is going on? I forgot who it was. Somebody else dropped that easy, like all these drops.
I think Justin Watson dropped one.
So I do want to say my dad brought this to me right before the show. He said, everybody keep complaining about Patrick Mahomes and these drops. Lamar been going through this his whole career. I
said it in the chat multiple times.
I knew Pop was gonna be the one to point it out, though.
Yeah.
I know Carl always come on, but that playoff game, look at the drops. So we can't be cutting on Mahomes on slack because we ain't cut Lamar Jackson any slack. But what I want to talk about is that play. All right, I know Josh Allen, Mahomes. It was a great game. It was going at it. Both, there were turnovers. They both had some good plays. Blah blah blah. But I want to go about that play. First of all, he was offside. Let's start there. All right, he wasn't lined up. Y'all know I know this firsthand because we went through this last year with Terry McLaurin. All right, the difference between Kadarius Toney and Terry McLaurin actually asked the referee, and he was not a slot at the slot. He was lined up at the wideout, right next to the referee, and said, "I'm good." And the referee gave him a no, "You good?" Like, he gave acknowledge that you good, and he went for it, and they still called it. This dude right here, I did see a video with him looking, but he looked at the ref without even before he was set. Like, he was like walking to, it's like a habit. You know what I mean? Like, he was looking, but it's clear as day he's passed the ball. So. But I also get Mahomes. I get Patrick Mahomes. I know some people probably said, how you last week say, I don't care about the call, but this week you say you care about the call, right? That's basically what happened. The difference is last week, clear pass interference, right? I mean, clear pass interference. And Mahomes said, I'm not about the referees, deciding the game. I'd rather the players decide the game. That's why I'm with Mahomes, because he said that last week when the call was against him. And then this week, all right, hold up. All right. Shout out to T Merck. Shout out to Teddy. All right, Teddy BWT with the $4.99 super chat. Start spreading the news. New York, New York. All right, them Yankees, man. BWT gonna be back next year with the Yankees talk. We gotta wait till next year though. But anyways, so I'm not mad at Mahomes because he's like, yo, if you not gonna call this call, don't call this, because we just saw Travis Kelce, a legendary tight end, make a crazy play, one of the best, probably the play of the year, right? That probably would have been the play of the year, and it's not gonna count because referee called offside. I'm not mad at the call. I'm mad at the fact that y'all ain't called it last week that cost us a dub. And now y'all want to call this stupid stuff. And he said in his 7-year career, he's never had that call called against him. So that I understand his frustration. And lastly, it was like in the heat of the moment. You know, like he ain't thinking right now. He just reacting. So I'm not mad at his reaction, but it was the right call though.
I'm mad at the reaction because what was that reaction last week when they didn't call the PI? Or what was that reaction when you played against the Eagles and they missed a few calls? Like, I understand, like, it's probably pent up frustration because he's like, y'all not catching the ball, but the times y'all do catch the ball, then you get a penalty. Like, what's going on here? And then y'all get mad when I only throw the ball to Travis Kelce because he's the only person I actually trust on this team to catch the ball. Tony, on that one play, you seen Kadarius, like, he gave up after he threw the ball to Kelce. He was like started walking, and then Kelce threw him the ball. I'm glad he caught that and ran it in for a touchdown because for anything, he might as well just dropped it the way he was acting. But then I don't know, he might have been scared of Kelce. Kelce might put hands on him. Said, my lady upstairs, man, you dropped my one perfect pass. It's gonna get ugly in here. And then next thing you know, the refs threw the yellow flag, and then they called it back. But I mean, that's another play for another day. I will say this though, Joe. He has thrown an interception in every game he's played this season, but he did look good yesterday. Josh Allen did look good yesterday. This new offensive coordinator must have been listening to the internet because they use their running backs a little bit more. And when you use your running backs, it makes your quarterback look 10 times better because it's like, hey, now you can hand the ball off or he can run. So now you have a dual threat in the backfield instead of just saying, hey, Josh, go run for 10 yards. No, give it to Cook, who can cook. Like, let him cook. Also, Coach came on here a few times. I don't know if he said it on air, but I know he said this a lot about Diggs. He said when it get cold, Diggs go missing. It's starting to get cold. He ain't looking like that same play he do in the beginning of the season. But we'll figure that out. Hopefully he doesn't figure it out next week when he play the Cowboys. Do it a week after that. But for me, Chiefs going to be all right. I know y'all said y'all had the topic where it was like, do the Chiefs get the number 1 pick or do the Bills make the playoffs? I still don't think the Bills make the playoffs.
I was the lone wolf.
Yeah, I'm with Carl now.
Go ahead, Dave.
Well, you weren't the only lone wolf. I was with you too. What you talking about?
Nah, everybody chose the Chiefs.
I think everybody picked the Chiefs.
No, I picked the Bills.
Probably.
We gotta run the tape back. I swear I was the lone wolf.
No, I picked the Bills too. I said because I clearly said, Carl, I agree with you. I'm with the Bills missing the playoffs.
Let's get it. Take his word.
But, got some college football news since Mr. CTC is here.
I saw
Georgia offensive lineman.
Oh, not that one. Never mind.
Lou Bob plans to enter the transfer portal.
I didn't see that one. I thought you were talking about
Dang, Georgia. Dang. Somebody just decommit from Georgia?
A running back, right?
Yep.
I mean, Jermaine Burton left Georgia, went to Alabama, now in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Transfer portal, man. They done started something with that.
That's true.
I ain't mad at it, by the way. Go ahead, Dave.
So real quick. So you telling me that the Texas beat Alabama early in the year and they rank higher, even though Alabama beat Georgia?
No.
So head-to-head matches actually matter. All right.
Wait, what?
Nothing. That's an MVP talk. Go ahead.
I knew what he was doing. I knew what he was doing.
I did too. So for me, shout out to James Cook because the last 4 games he's had over 100 yards altogether, every single game. And this is what Carl has been saying for a long time, that it's not that they don't have running backs. They don't use them. When you use them, you make it better for your quarterback. We know how great Josh Allen is. We know what he's capable of, but you make it easier for him by allowing your running backs to do their job. Get them involved in the game. That's exactly what happens. Look at if we're gonna talk about San Francisco later on, but look at Purdy. He's able to do what he has because he has a running back with him. And even if he didn't have him, look at that quarterbacks, look at that system that he's had. If we talk about Lamar Jackson, even though we know the running backs aren't running for 100 yards every single game, he has running backs to be able to help him out. Keaton Mitchell is pretty good. We know he is. Justice Hill steps up sometimes as well. Look at Dallas. Tony Pollard had a good game yesterday. That's what allowed them to be able to play well. Look at DeAndre Swift. Jalen Hurts has been able to play certain games well because DeAndre Swift was there. If you have a running back that's good enough to help you, use them. We all know that has not been the case for the Bills since Josh Allen has pretty much been the starter. So if you allow them to do that, then maybe you'll have a chance to get into the playoffs, even though I still think it's not going to happen. But, you help your quarterback out more. I mean, but he's still giving the ball up every single game. So that's one thing he needs to clean up for sure. But, shout out to James Cook. They finally using him, and he's actually balling out like we know he can. We know what he can do.
All right, so my reaction to the call, the right call. Like, what are you mad about? I understand you feel like the pass interference against MVS. You're not mad at that, but I didn't hear you complain about when you got the ticky-tack call in the Super Bowl against the Eagles, because that was pretty ticky-tack. So I don't know why you mad. Like, it's the right call. I can see if they called it and he wasn't offsides, or he checked with the ref and Brian ain't say nothing. But your man, once again, had a mental error, and it cost you. So Tony is not. This isn't the first time where Kadarius Toney has caused the Chiefs a game. We remember Week 1, Brian Branch scored a pick 6 because guess who dropped an easy pass that landed right in Brian Branch's lap for a pick 6. This is not the first game where Bruh has fumbled a game for you, bruh. So you can get mad at the ref all you want, but in reality, your energy needs to be at Kadarius Toney because he is messing up. He went from, he could be a number 1 receiver on this offense besides Kelsey to, dang, do we really trust throwing the ball to him? So, like, I understand you're pissed, Mahomes, but no, I'm sorry. You can't blame the ref for that. You can't say this is a BS call, da-da-da. It's the right call. And I saw Tony say he'd never seen that call in 30 years. We seen it last year, like Joe said, with Terry McLaurin. So either you didn't watch the game or you just chose to ignore it. Go ahead, Tomo.
I said it happened in the Dallas game, too, when we played the Packers last year.
So the call
lined up and did the same exact thing. Literally, it was the same exact play, honestly.
The call has happened. It's just this is Pop Warner stuff here. You go to the line, you get set, you look, check with the ref. If he say you're good, you're good. If you say you back up, you back up. You tell him move up, you move up. And you check until he give you the okay. So, no, I'm not mad at the ref. He did his job. We're not going to be mad at the refs because they do their job in pivotal moments. That's why they're on the field. If that's the case, like I've said before, let's just take the refs off the field and let's just play football and let everything we can get away with anything and let the game be decided like that. So I'm not mad at the refs for doing their job. This is what you get paid to do. I understand you're going to get hate for it, but don't hate me. I'm doing my job. Now, I heard y'all say Josh Allen played well yesterday. I completely disagree. Josh Allen, he played okay. James Cook played really well last night. James Cook, 10 carries. I got the numbers right. 10 carries, 58 yards, 5.8 a pop. 5 catches, 83 yards, and a touchdown. The lone touchdown Josh Allen got, by the way. Dawson Knox was the next highest receiver with 3 catches for 36 yards. Oh, Josh Allen ran one in, so my bad. The lone passing touchdown, excuse me. Josh Allen threw a pick again for 9 straight games. Mind you, Kansas City also dropped other interceptions in that game. Josh Allen went 23 of 42, which is close to 50% completion percentage for 233 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. I think he just played okay. I don't think he played really good. I don't think he played great. I just think he played okay, and he got the dub mainly in part because Kadarius Toney fumbled again. If Kadarius Toney isn't offsides and that play counts, I don't think we look at Josh Allen game the same.
Do you think Matthew Stafford had a good game?
Yes.
They had the same amount of completion percentage, though.
All right. So,
look, I'm just saying.
It's a difference.
When you watch
the running back didn't account for most of his passing yards. One.
Okay.
Cooper and Cooper Kupp both had good games.
You acting like he was throwing the flats. He threw like a wheel route to the James Cook.
He did, but what I'm saying is James Cook really.
I get what you're saying. He didn't play awesome.
Yeah,
he didn't play awesome. He's been playing better since his new offensive coordinator came into town. Now that one interception he threw was bad. And that was in the first half, and then you're right. They dropped one before that interception.
Yeah, exactly.
But on key third downs, Josh, I was making plays. I'm sorry. It was 1 third down. They ran a bootleg play, and it was a lineman right in front of him, and he kind of like sidearmed it and got a first down. He been making plays, even against Philly.
Yeah, I'm not saying he played trash by any means.
Yeah, I think you're saying he's okay.
But, yeah, he played okay. And now for the Matt Stafford point, while he did throw 23 for 41, he did throw for 294, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's completely different from 23 of 42, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 233 yards. So I get you on the completion percentage, but I was highlighting that as well. But I was also highlighting the one tug, the one pick, 200.
I got you. And I think also Tom made this point earlier, but one thing I'm liking with Josh Allen, he's not force feeding Stephon Diggs no more. He ain't force feeding it. You know, like he got a dub with Stephon Diggs with 24, 3 receptions, 24 yards. I think something like that.
It was
11, but he had 11 targets. That's why I'm
saying.
saying.
11 targets.
I guess we can't say we ain't force feeding. This is crazy.
Now, see, I had to look at it. That's why I was like, Coach might be on to something because he's like 11 targets. You only got 4 catches. Like,
he deserves 11 targets, though.
Yeah, but James Cook, I got the actual numbers of James Cook's last 4 games: 120, 102, 100, 141.
You mean total yards?
Total, I'm about to say, I'm pretty sure it's total.
Total.
Still.
Not record. Total.
Still.
Look, before I know you're about going commercial break, I do want to read this real quick. Y'all okay with it?
Go ahead.
All right. Bleach Report said the Lakers will raise an in-season tournament championship banner inside Crypto Arena. George Carr responded and said, the bubble banner plus the in-season banner stitched together will be like one whole banner.
Hey, bro, he said, basically what he said, the in-season tournament banner is crazy.
He said he put it together like one whole banner. That's funny. I thought for a guy who never got a banner, but it's cool. But go ahead, Tomo.
LeBron can't do nothing, man.
I know. George Carr never won. Like
he can't do nothing.
He would love a bubble championship right now.
Man, he was too busy getting beat up by Jordan. But hey,
yeah.
Hey, so make sure y'all hit this like button, man. We're gonna go to this quick commercial break call, man. It was a pleasure having you on, man. So y'all know what we gotta talk about after this. Let's talk about
appreciate y'all for having me. I'm sorry I had to cry to get on the show, Joe. I'm disappointed because I called
you. Hey, you did the right thing though.
Yeah.
But I called you. But I appreciate y'all for letting me come on late. And I know I just want to throw one thing out there real quick. They put it in the college football chat. Will Rogers goes to Washington University. That's kind of crazy. That'd be huge for Washington. I'm not really a great fan of Will Rogers, but he has an arm, so that'd be huge.
Facts.
Man. That's all you got for us, Carl? We ain't got no.
I'm trying to keep it. Producer told me I gotta make it snappy.
Oh, all right, cool. Well, yep, we're going to this commercial break, man. We're going to talk about the 49ers up next, and then we're going to talk about the Cowboys as well. So y'all stay tuned. Hit that like button.
Yo, my name is Lambo Anlo.
This is Dimitri.
This is Ed Hahn.
My name is Daryl Julian, and this is
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take a few to lose. Built the win, applied myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Applied myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse.
Hey, Tomo.
Yeah.
Before we move into your topic, I know you got a big game to talk about.
That was cool.
Hey, Manning said something I thought that was cool. You know, I should have said the last topic. He said about the Kadarius 20 play. If they're going to call that, just blow it dead when you see it, so we won't know what would have happened. So soon as they say hi, whistle, stop the bed dead. You know, I agree with that. Versus going through the whole play and then offsides. Like, come on, bro.
Now that makes sense. Yeah, because it's not like it was on the defense where you just want the play to go through. Yeah, now that makes sense. Yeah, whole stadium going crazy. Yeah, he trying to say the ref from getting stuff thrown at him. Okay, Peyton, that was good. That was good. Well, somebody else should have been throwing something at their coach or their offensive coordinator after they got off that plane. So of course we had another big game. I can't say one of the big games of the season. It was another one because look at this. We had Cowboys versus 49ers. We had Eagles versus Dolphins. We had Eagles versus 49ers. Now we have Eagles versus Cowboys. There's probably another one in the slate. Somebody gonna kill me if I don't bring it up, but I can't remember it right now. But 49ers was part of 2 of those games. 49ers won 2 of those games. That's why people saying Purdy is MVP. I ain't mad at them for saying it, but we talking about my MVP right now. Dakota, Dak Prescott, and our kicker. When I tell you, man, I always said you need to go to the MLS to find you a kicker, and people thought I was crazy. You need to go find somebody that plays soccer. They did their thing yesterday, man. They helped the Cowboys pull off a up. Better be linked. Shout out to Ty, man. You know, in the red corner's own. Shout out to the best sports network. Did my FJA app go through? Make sure y'all watch In the Red Corner. Hashtag stop spreading the news. Hashtag Lamar SB MVP loading.
Ooh,
okay. You took it to another level. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, no. Shout out to them guys on In the Red Corner, man.
No comment on the last hashtag, but I like the other one, but no comment on the last one.
Yeah, Tomo special guest yesterday. To make sure y'all tune in.
Yeah, make sure y'all go check that out. Man, that was a good episode too, man. They had some interesting people in their comments, but I talked to y'all about that off air. But so we can talk about the 49ers. You see what happened when they beat on us and we beat on the Eagles? Now I'm just having flashbacks, man. But we beat the Eagles, man, 33-13, and you got to talk about it. Like, what happened? So for me, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I was not able to watch the game in the beginning because I was driving, so it was on the phone, but I was listening here and there and didn't stop because I was having a birthday outing, man. Shout out to my brother, man. Actually, happy B-Day, Pat, man. Should have said that earlier. But then it was on in the club, so we was in the club and I'm watching it. I'm just watching it go crazy. I say, oh no, did Gilmore just strip AJ Brown? Did he just fumble? Then I look up and say, did Devontae Smith fumble? Like nobody wants to hold on to the ball anymore. And then the Eagles had a chance to come back. But I want to say this. I don't really have too many stats about the game or too much to talk about it because I want to address some Philly fans personally.
Okay.
All season, y'all been winning games by the skin of your teeth. And I said y'all was a good team because y'all found ways to overcome them games. But every time someone tries to analyze your team and tell you, like, look, you can't sustain wins playing the way you all are playing. You kept calling us, but we winning though. Remember, I told y'all something about them tables. When it comes to the NFC East, they're going to always turn. Remember the Cowboys used to live off of turnovers? And y'all used to be like, you can't sustain it because if you don't get a turnover, you can't win the game. And I would be one of the people like, but we winning, right? When you actually sit down and you want to talk football, let's talk football. You beat the Chiefs, bad calls. You beat the Commanders by some bad calls. Then you beat the Dolphins, who had 10 penalties to your 0. And you still said we're a good team because we found ways to win. But when the Jets put their hands on your quarterback, you lost. When the 49ers found a way to get to your quarterback, you lost. When the Cowboys found a way to get to your quarterback the first time, you almost lost, but you won it because undisciplined football. But the second go around, like the song say, the second time around, they got to you and they spanked you. You need to find a way to react to losing because you all don't know how to win yet. You lost in the Super Bowl. You lost all your players in the offseason. You was on our back. Some y'all said we wasn't going to look the same. Your secondary is the worst. We've been telling you this all season. It's the worst. You went and got Byard, and it still looks bad. Y'all went and got Darius Leonard. Granted, he only played like 4 or 5 plays, but your linebacking core still looks bad. If your front four is not getting to the quarterback, you have an issue. If your offensive line that it seemed like it's starting to find ways to break down is not holding up for Jalen Hurts, he looks bad. I don't know if it's his knee. I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator. I don't know if he's actually reading the plays. But you have the weapons to make things happen, but you're not doing it anymore. I don't know why. Flip side, my quarterback may be MVP of the league. That's all I got to say for y'all, because I've been asking for this since I came on this show. I've been demanding some respect for Dak Prescott. Everybody kept saying he was a turnover machine after one season of just throwing 15 interceptions, and my man has 6. Told you he's not a turnover machine. Meanwhile, the whole league is going crazy just giving the ball up. Didn't Hurts fumble? I think he fumbled. They had to walk him off. It wasn't like the flu game. They walked him off because they felt bad for him. So at the end of the day, we are number 1 in the NFC East right now. You all need to bounce back and find yourself, because after we got beat by the 49ers, we ain't lose our next game. That's all I'm going to say. So the floor is one of y'all's, man. I'm going to pull it in the red corner. I'm going to throw an alley-oop.
All right, I'll take it. So look, great dub for the Cowboys. Great win for Dak Prescott. Great win for Mike McCarthy. Who would say that? They had Jerry Jones. It's the best win in Mike McCarthy's era, and he said, "I think it is," and I think it is too, because it's a statement win. That's been y'all motto. Y'all can't beat good teams. That's what everybody kept saying, and this was quote unquote the best team in the NFL record wise, and y'all smashed them. Y'all smashed them. There was a myth that y'all aren't really that good at home. All the home teams y'all beaten has been bad teams. Y'all not that good. And guess what? Y'all put up all those points and held the offense to 6 points at home, So y'all dominated that game from start to finish. The whole time I was waiting for Philly to have that heroic moment, that comeback moment. When Dak fumbled and got that return, I'm like, uh-oh. I put in the chat, AJ, this is y'all chance, because he kept blaming the defense. He kept telling me, Hurts got to overcome the defense. I'm like, bro, when your defense play good teams, they make key plays. They made a key play to spark the offense, and the offense goes out and get a 3-and-out. I think they had Devontae Smith fumble. That's what happened, right? What happened? So y'all said it. Nick Bosa, we showing the recipe. What I say when they play the Jets? You pressure Jalen Hurts, he's gonna look different. He's going to look different. The Jets pressure him. Lost 3 interceptions. The Chiefs pressure him. He looked terrible with the Chiefs. Terrible. He made one play. He looked off the corner, the safety, threw the Devontae Smith 1-on-1. He catching the 1-yard line. Touch push, game over. Van Lin dropped, whatever his name is, NVA dropped the ball. They lose the game, right? The Bills game, the first half, pressured Jalen Hurts. He looked terrible. Jalen Hurts got to learn how to react under pressure. That's his issue right now. Y'all put pressure on Jalen Hurts once again and contain him, keep him between the hash marks, and he don't look the same. But he did make plays, but this time his players were making plays for him. AJ Brown got out physical by Stephon Gilmore. He's probably like a good 50 pounds bigger than Stephon Gilmore. I couldn't tell yesterday. Every time AJ Brown touched the ball, Stephon Gilmore put contact on him every single time. And then when he got that fumble, I was like, come on, bro. It was one play on 3rd down. It was on Devontae Smith when he caught on 3rd or 4th down, and Gilmore came out of nowhere and smacked him.
That was the 4th down play they needed.
I'm like, yo, these dudes are bullying them. Then DeMarcus Lawrence, we beat him, we make them quit, and we keep beating them. I'm like, yo, they are talking. So look, here's the thing. Nobody fear the Eagles, y'all. Nobody no longer fear the Eagles. Eagles, y'all got a simple schedule. Even if they went out going to the playoffs, I don't think nobody's gonna be scared to see the Eagles going into the playoffs. So great win for Dallas, man. Dak has really changed the whole course for your whole team. He's the reason why y'all are this good. So let's see. The stress ain't over. Y'all still got the Bills. Y'all still got what's the name?
The Dolphins.
The Dolphins. So let's see what happens.
Yep, let's see what happens. This is pretty much what I was saying all the last 2 weeks before we played them. I was saying that I'm comfortable playing against them. We got Purdy now. We should easily beat them, and that's exactly what happened. Debo said this. With Purdy, we'll beat them. Bosa gave y'all the blueprint. Pressure hurts. Don't allow him to be able to get any running lanes. And that's exactly what happened. Now there were a couple of times he was able to get out the pocket and run for some yards, even had a couple first downs. But once you close in that pocket, don't allow him to get nowhere, there's not much he can really do. Now, shout out to Stephon Gilmore, because I believe he forced 2 of those fumbles. because I believe he forced a fumble against AJ Brown and he forced the one against Devontae Smith. So he's out there making plays. So shout out to Jerry Jones for making that offseason move and going to go get Stephon Gilmore.
Told you he ain't washed.
Definitely not washed. Now, as far as them being like, Tomo made a lot of great points about them saying that we just find ways to win. That's what happens when you play against teams that are undisciplined.
Yeah, good point.
When you play against teams that are undisciplined, you're gonna win because they're not as disciplined. One thing I could say about some of the two of the teams you lost is that when they're disciplined, it's almost nothing you can really do with them. Because when San Francisco is disciplined, you're not gonna be able to beat them. It's a dominate. You're gonna get dominated. Just plain and simple. And the Cowboys showed that in the first game that if they were disciplined, they would have won that game. But things had happened. There was a flag, 2 flags. Then there was a whole.
Cowboys Eagles.
Yeah. Cowboys Eagles. I'm not talking about our game. That one.
I was about to say that was bad. That wasn't even a flag. That was bad. That's what that was.
If that foot was an inch smaller, they would have won that game.
Yeah. Now the Eagles do have the quote unquote easier schedule going the rest of the way because they have the Seahawks, then they have the Cardinals, then they got the Giants twice. So they got the schedule to be able to do it. However, you saw what the Seahawks did with the Cowboys. They were close.
And against y'all too. Y'all kind of struggled too a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, but then we blew them out after that.
It was getting y'all run for y'all money though.
They were. It's a divisional opponent. I expect that to happen.
True.
The Cardinals.
Kyler Murray back.
Do I need to tell you? Do I need to say who the Cardinals beat this year?
Come on now.
I'm making the point. I'm making a point, Tomo. It's not
last year. They almost beat Philly last year.
Can someone tell me if the Cardinals defense is bad or is it good enough to be able to help them win?
Hey, it's a revenge game.
I was gonna say that's what I was gonna say. Their defensive coordinators over there.
Yeah, they were killing him out that Super Bowl. Remember that?
Exactly. So there's a chance that you could lose one of those 2 games. I don't think the Giants have a chance against you. I think those are 2 easy dubs. I think that's those you got those 2 out the way. But these other 2 games, it's not for certain. It's not for certain. It's Cowboys took care of business, did what they're supposed to do. So there's basically a 3-way race to who's going to be the number 1 seed right now. Number 1 seed right now is San Francisco. The hardest team on the schedule we have is the Baltimore Ravens on Christmas Day. We're going to see what happens when that road crosses. But we have the Cardinals this Sunday coming up. But great game, Cowboys, Eagles, trust me. Whether you got the 1 seed or the 2 seed, we coming to see y'all not winning that game either.
Yeah.
It's going to be another blowout. I'm telling you that right now. It's not going to be close because your defense can't defend a receiver to save their life. They can't stop a nosebleed. So
Brandon Cooks was cooking too,
exactly. And then the last 2 games, you ain't been able to stop the run either because Chris McCaffrey ran all over the field, and so did Tony Pollard. So if you can't do nothing on defense, just know that you're not going to be able to get to the Super Bowl where you thought you were going to be this year. I told y'all it wasn't going to happen. It's not going to happen this year. I already got a bet with AJ. Any other Eagle fan want to bet? Let me know.
Yeah, we can talk about that another day because I definitely want to be like, if your secondary can't stop anybody, how do you think you're going to make it to the Super Bowl? All right, that's a real question right there. Because technically, as a Cowboy fan, there was times where I had a team where I was like, I think we can make it, but I was like, our defense sucks. Like, if we can't get a stop, you're not gonna make it, bro. You're gonna go up against an Aaron Rodgers-esque quarterback, and they're gonna carve your secondary up.
And the one thing about these top teams in the NFC, all of them can throw. The Lions can throw the ball.
Also, let's keep this perspective too. The Eagles' offense are not doing them no favors. See, the Eagles' offense, they are known for running the ball, controlling the clock. That's something they have not been doing these last few weeks. They haven't. First of all, every first half, since they played the Chiefs, have been terrible. They've been terrible every first half, and they dug themselves in the hole every first half. And they have not been controlling the game. And Jalen Hurts is not at best when he's the head, when he's the guy that's leading the charge, throwing the ball. They are at best when they are handing the ball off and he's working on that RPO offense. If they're not running the ball effectively, you're asking a lot for Jalen Hurts, and it's not going to happen. So we can't just blame the defense because the defense has shown up when they're supposed to if the offense does their part, though. So just want to put that out there.
Sound like Jalen Hurts need to call up Purdy and figure out how to run the offense, right?
Oh, well, the coordinator need to hit up Kyle Shanahan. Talking about, I don't know what are they doing. 12 yards. Swift ran the ball like 10 times the whole game. Like,
well, all I'm gonna say is, look,
what are they doing?
6 points. When you said they scored 6 points, I just want you to know their offense didn't score 6 points. Their special team scored 6 points. Their offense didn't do nothing yesterday.
They go two field goals. The field goals.
Special teams. He said they offense scored 6 points. No. Special teams got them 2 points. I just want to let you know that.
That is true.
I just gotta let Philly know that.
Yep. Special teams got them 6 points, and the defense got them 7.
There you go. And
no,
Dave,
dang. No,
because I know we about to talk about the actual best team in the NFL right now, but you can't spell Philly without 2 L's. I told y'all that. And 2 people up here gave him one. So let's get on to it, man. Let's talk about one of the most dominating teams in the league. You got your boombox?
I got my boombox, and I got my boombox buddy.
Nah,
wait to come up here.
So I'm gonna let you do the intro, man. You got the special guest.
All right. So we've been planning this for almost all season. I'm not even gonna lie. Since I've seen one of his first videos, I've been doing my best to get him on the show. He's finally able to get on the show now. So let's go ahead and bring him up. Eric Bryant. He works for Sportsnot. He's also a comedian. He lives in California. He's a 49ers fan. He makes really good content. So welcome to R2L, Eric. How you doing, man?
I'm doing. Oh, okay. The applause, though. I focus. Oh, my bad. No cursing. I messed with that.
I'm glad the crowd.
They said no cursing. I said it's gonna be tough, but yeah, I'm from the Bay too. I'm from the Bay Area, so easy transition into liking the Niners. Like you said, we've been trying to do this for a minute. I'm glad to be on with y'all, and just being able to watch y'all before I get on, just see like y'all feelings and y'all thoughts on football is pretty interesting too.
Okay, welcome.
And sorry, my bad. Who's fans of who? So I just know before I be going to any conversation.
So the guy you're beside is a Cowboys fan, and the guy I'm beside is a Commanders fan.
Oh, okay.
It's a well-balanced panel, man.
It's very well balanced. Very well balanced.
But you are in the Bay Area. I do like Sacktown though, Sacramento.
That's not the Bay Area now.
I know it's not. We kind of robbers right now,
We don't mess with people that like them beam. We don't mess with them. So we don't do that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, of course, we up here. We got to talk about, the 49ers got the number 1 seed after the Cowboys put that hurting on the Eagles, but y'all had to take care of business before that. Then y'all went out there and beat the Seahawks yesterday. So we just got to react to that, man. All season, people have been quietly saying that you all were the best team in the league, but based upon record, they had to give it to the Eagles. But now you are officially the number 1 seed, and we're just going to react to it. So we got 2 49ers fans. I'm going to start off with the guests. How you feel about y'all being the number 1 seed?
I didn't wear any 49ers stuff today because I felt like it was only a matter of time, to be real with you. I think this is like one of those things especially with Philly, right? Throughout the whole season, people have been saying they've been winning games and they haven't had it all together. And I've been saying the whole time, I was like, what if this is all together for them? You know what I'm saying? Like everybody say they haven't had that perfect game. Like, what if they this is who they are? There's a lack of creativity with their offensive play calling. A lot of screen passes. Like usually you do that, to get people to go to the outside, but it's like they're doing it more and more. I feel like I forgot what your name was, the Sacramento fan. Like he was saying, like they got to run. They do have to run. Like you got to get that lead so DeAndre Swift can do his thing. Gainwell can get into his thing and then play off of that. They have 2 top receivers and one of the best lines. So I feel like what we've seen, they've been pretty healthy for the most part, but what we've seen has been who they are. And the defense isn't going to get any better. The secondary, like you said, isn't good. You're relying on a rookie and Jalen Carter to get pressure for y'all. He's a monster, but you're relying on him and others to get pressure to make the secondary look better, and it's just not going to happen. So with Dallas, I think that I think people have said it before. I'm not the first person to say it. They haven't played a lot of contenders. So with them getting their first win versus a team that has a winning record, this week, it's a little tough to really judge what they're going to be. Even though we saw us versus them, which wasn't too kind to them, but yeah, I feel like there weren't. I've said this the whole season. I don't think there's any elite quarterbacks in the season. Like, so I wasn't really scared of somebody like you can say Pat Mahomes is on that level. Well, we saw what happened, what he does when he don't get his way. You feel me? Like, but yeah, like it's just I felt like we had the most complete team, so I wasn't really surprised that we were gonna have the number one seed. So I feel like our team is complete.
Dave?
Yeah, I halfway agree with you. Only because only reason why I halfway agree because I feel like it don't matter if we have the number one seed or not. I feel like we can go on the road and dominate because we showed that when we went to the link and dominated them. I feel like we can go on the road anywhere. When we played Dallas 2 years ago, it was on the road in Dallas and we beat them in Dallas, and it wasn't close. So to me, it doesn't matter because just like you said, we are a complete team. We're great on defense, and that's with one of our best players out. Tyler Noel is out for the rest of the season. He's not coming back. And then we got Eric Armstead, who might be out a couple of weeks. Javon Hargrave is now going to be out for a couple of weeks because he has a hamstring, a pulled hamstring now. So, but we just have people to plug in every single time. This is why last year I said that we have the best defensive line because we can plug and play no matter who it is. Remember when we had Kerry Hyder, he was there making plays. Drake Jackson was making plays. Javon Kinlaw was making plays. Doesn't matter who we put in there. Our defensive line is always able to do what needs to get done. We have the best linebacking core in the league. We have the best front seven in the league. Charvarius Ward has had another good season, even though it hasn't looked good at times this year. But he steps up when it matters. Now he was getting baked by AJ Brown in the game because he allowed over 100 yards. But when the touchdowns was there, he was blocking it. He was making sure that it didn't happen. It's a good thing that we have the number one seed and we're able to control it. But the only game I'm really worried about right now is the Christmas game against the Ravens.
Of course.
We win that game, then I believe that solidifies us having the number one seed. Now, I definitely believe that we can keep this number one seed, but games still got to be played. Still got to see what happens with the Dolphins, with the Ravens. And because the Ravens can easily win out because they got the Bills and they have, not the Bills, but they have the Dolphins and they have us. Those are probably the two hardest games. They got the Jaguars as well, but I believe they're going to win that game. The Cowboys, even if we end up with the same record, we would more than likely have that because we have the head-to-head battle because they got the Bills next and they got the Dolphins. So we have an opportunity to keep the seed. So it's good to be here, but for me, I'm indifferent. We could have it or not. We could if we're 1 or 2 or 3. I still feel like we can beat everybody in the NFC.
And I kind of like what you said there, Dave, because when y'all brought up the topic, it's one of those things where it's like, what separates the 49ers from the rest of the teams in the league? And it's just that y'all can go in somebody else's house, punch them in the mouth, and sit down on their couch and drink their beer while they sit there try to put ice on their eye. Like, that's just what the 49ers do. And teams know this, and they try to match it. And it's one of those things where it's like, you can't try to match their energy. You just got to be yourself and beat them playing your game. And that's why the last few years when Dallas went up there to play y'all and when we was the number one seed in that playoff game, we tried to be physical. And it was like, we're not a physical team. Why were we trying to be something that we not? And that's why y'all just went out there and completely whooped up on us, right? And same thing probably happened with the Eagles. They probably try to be a physical team because they've been bullying people all year, but technically they met another bully. And that's just what's going to happen. I kind of figured y'all would end up being the number one seed at some point. I didn't see the Eagles falling off the way they did once they started on their run. Because once they got 10-1, I was like, all right, they're going to reach this gauntlet. Maybe the Chiefs can get one. The 49ers going to start winning because y'all got players back. That's the only thing that stops y'all from being a complete dominant team is the health factor. Because, again, everybody makes plays. Greenlaw makes plays. Greenlaw taking security guards out. Like, you making plays on and off the field. So you just got to look at it like that. Your safety went out, but then I think one of the games, one of your cornerbacks went out, and then the rookie came in and got an interception to save a game. So
Yeah,
it's just
Jair Brown.
There you go. So guys just know how to play once they go to the 49ers. Look at Chase. Chase went from Washington to over there looking like a whole beast now. It's just something about that environment. So
well, he was looking like a beast with Washington, just that he wasn't able to get
Let's hold
he
on
was
now.
a beast. Because he led the league in pressures at the time.
But see, Dave, you being nice. Chase was a beast over there, but I wasn't scared of Chase. Chase with Bosa. Wait. Chase with Bosa on that other side, you're gonna look twice. That's all I'm saying. Joe, Sweat or Bosa?
I mean, I get you on that point, but Chase actually looked better with us though. But go ahead.
We gonna see. But that's all I'm saying. My reaction to it is I'm not too shocked. It is what it is. The Eagles started sliding. They shouldn't have did it. Go ahead, Joe.
All right. 49ers, man, great team. I said it first of all, welcome on the show. I appreciate you for coming on. We appreciate that.
Appreciate you.
But even though I see you got I love Steph Curry. You feel me? That's my guy. But this past 12 months, we got beef. You know, we got beef.
It's cool. I'm gonna stand on business. You feel me? I'm gonna stand on business.
I got you. Oh, hey, Tom was right there. Should I grab it? My mask right there.
Wide receiver.
But anyways, my preseason prediction, I had y'all win the NFC. I felt like y'all are the most complete team in the NFL. Y'all have a great defense and offense, you know. So, and the fact that I remember when y'all got Christian McCaffrey, I remember, you know, on the show, when I did it, I was like, yo, that's cheating. Like, Christian McCaffrey, if he could just stay healthy, all right? If he can just stay healthy, it's going to be dangerous because the running lanes that Kyle Shanahan is going to create for this man, and with no running lane, Chris McCaffrey is hard to tackle. He just is. His vision is on 100, all right? And then you got all these playmakers, these guys after the catch. And Purdy, you know, he doesn't get enough credit. Like people, and you know, and I was one of those guys too. As John, like I'm hard on Purdy. I think he's MVP right now though. But Purdy took this offense to a new level. All right, he definitely did. Now Jimmy G, yes, he knew the offense. He was really good at his offense too. But Purdy, like Dave always says, is y'all never been a top 5 offense with Jimmy G at the helm. You know, Purdy's here now. Y'all top offense. Not only we got to worry about scoring, now we got to worry about stopping y'all from scoring. But I will say this though, Kyle Shanahan is 0-36 when losing by 8 points in the fourth quarter. So one thing y'all are good at, getting the lead early and running the ball down their throats, right? Y'all know Purdy is top in all these categories, and he's not even top 20 in attempts. Y'all don't throw the ball a bunch.
That's a great stat. He's not. He's like 91 pass attempts behind Dak. Like he's not throwing the ball.
He's 17th in attempts right now.
Yeah, he's not throwing the ball a lot, but still has the yards. I think he's second in football right now.
He's second in passing yards with 3,553 passing yards right now.
Second in passing, he's first in QBR, first in QB rating. I mean, the man
second in touchdowns.
Second in touchdowns.
Joe, that's not a shot because we don't have Christian McCaffrey, so it's not a shot.
Hey, I got Tony Pollard, right? Hey, Z, y'all go ahead and go. We got Tony Pollard.
They ain't got nothing to do with that.
But no, great team. I love Kyle Shanahan. I know how I feel about Kyle Shanahan, former Redskin. I mean, we are just so stupid, but Kyle Shanahan is a great coach. He's that type of coach that's going to tell you how it is. He's not going to sugarcoat nothing. He don't care if you're Brock Purdy. You don't care if you're Jimmy G. You're one of the guys, and you're going to do your job. All right. So, and how I know he's like that, everybody on the team is willing to put their body on the line to put a block out there. Like, no matter who it is, when somebody catch the ball in the open field, everybody's looking for a defender to knock out. And when you got a football team like that, it's hard to beat. It's really hard to beat. So, y'all the best team, man. We'll see. But Mahomes, he didn't have his way last week, and he ain't complain. So I just want to put that out there.
You know what? It was interesting. Just I say this too, with the whole no elite quarterback thing, just because, like, remember back in the day when it's like, oh, you had Phillip Rivers, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning. Like, you had these dudes that you knew was going to put you in a situation. I can't say that about Josh Allen. Browning, like, people love to talk about Brock Purdy being a system quarterback. Let's have that conversation about Browning looking good. I'm not saying Joe's not that dude. What I'm saying is there's a plug-and-play aspect of NFL right now where I don't see a lot of Pat Mahomes rivals with a bunch of great quarterbacks. I see a lot of okay quarterbacks. I don't see Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence. A lot of these guys are just okay. and they try to say they're going to be good. But I just want to touch on a point real quick. We were talking about Chase Young, and you said he thought he was better with Washington. I'm going to say this. I think he's better with the Niners because it's not necessarily about the individual things he's doing. It's about him being there and opening it up. Like our sacks and interceptions have skyrocketed since he came. And he's not doing the individual number thing that he probably would do with Washington, but just his presence and even their strategy of not really trying to sack Jalen Hurts. They're just trying to keep him in the pocket and force him to throw. So like I think his size, speed, and strength is not going to relate. It's not going to really tally up the sacks so much, but just his pressure and being around the ball makes people make terrible decisions. And
I 100% agree with that.
Yeah, so it's like I wanted to touch on that, but there's something else, but I forgot. But yeah, I just think it's going to be an interesting playoff. But also too, with the Niners getting the number 1 seed, it may not matter, and they may be able to go into people's house. But the less games, the more games, if that makes sense. You'd rather have 2 games to get to the bowl and, Brock Purdy having another accident and an injury happen. Like, I'd rather get that just so it's like, okay, we get the bye, then 2 and we there. So although we could do that, I'd rather not. And, that's what I was going to say. I actually hate Kyle Shanahan, just so you know.
Oh, my God. He's about to be good.
Because I'm going to get –
Remember what I said early in the season? I said I'm not the only Niner fan that feels this way about Kyle Shanahan.
I didn't. And first of all, we didn't coordinate this. I didn't know this until right now. I don't like Kyle Shanahan because of. Let's just take yesterday's game. What did y'all say? Y'all only ran 10 times. This dude will forget where his bread is buttered. That's why 28-3 happens. Because when you ahead and you still throwing the ball, it's like we love Purdy. Remember, you got Christian McCaffrey. Remember, you got one of the best running games in Atlanta. The man will get up and think that he could he's one of those ego dudes. Yeah. That's why he likes quarterbacks like Purdy and Jimmy Garoppolo, because he's going to get the credit. They always talk about Shanahan. He's going to get the credit for devising the plan, but he forgets to run the ball. We got one of the best running backs in the league. There's no reasons for him to have 10 rushes in that game be that close. It's a divisional opponent, but he just forgets to run. And so
that happened in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs too. We were up 10 points, and we were running the ball. We were averaging 5 yards a carry, and he just started to throw it with Jimmy G. I was like, come on.
He's like, I believe Jimmy G is that dude where it's like, he's not. He got you there. He just wants to it's hard to get credit on running the ball, right? Like, yeah, you're getting the zone coverages and zone reads and stuff like that, but the passing is where it's at for him. And I just really have never liked that about him, where he gets so, to me, in his ego that he wants to throw the ball so much and prove that he's that guy that he just forgets the simple elements of football. Just run the ball. So that's why I don't like him. But he is a good coach. I personally do not like his strategies late. When we are leading, like you guys said, we play dumb.
But see, with him, and I know we about to get out of here in a second, but it's funny because it's like, look at your coaching tree, and also look at what the league says about you. Your ego don't have to be that big no more. It's like, look, you got Sean McVay, Mike McDaniels, Matt LaFleur. You look at their offenses, and then you just look at your offense. When people watch the 49ers, they're like, Kyle Shanahan is going to draw up a great game plan. So you don't have to just forget where you at. That's like something Kellen Moore. And I can see Kellen Moore doing it because it's like you're trying to earn your stripes. But Kyle, you earned them already. You can get to the Super Bowl. You've proven that. You can beat up. And I was gonna say, and you could beat up on a GOAT quarterback. But yet again, if you get your ego out the way, you would have been known as one of the greatest offensive coordinators if they would have won that game. Because you beat Tom Brady and Bill Belichick.
See, the Chiefs games in the Super Bowl, I'm not gonna put down Kyle. I mean, it was a great call. I mean, Jimmy just overthrew him. It was a perfect call, and he just overthrew him. And I'm mistaken, was y'all throwing the ball a lot with the lead, or was y'all running the ball still? And the defense
we were throwing the ball still. It's like, so when Jimmy threw that, and it was like also versus the Rams too. So where he's like, there's so much history in him not running the ball.
Y'all beat the Rams, though, right? Oh, y'all lost the Rams.
No, we lost the NFC Championship game.
That's right, because it was the interception. My bad.
Right, and so it's just like he has a history, right? And sometimes we can get lost in how pretty everything looks. And he loves pretty. We love doing some wild stuff with Deebo and all these guys. Sometimes you just gotta, left side Trent Williams. Let's go. And he does that. But watch when the games get closer, or watch when it's late in the game. He's going to pass, and that's something I'm just not a fan of.
When y'all down against the Rams though?
At the time when he threw the interception, I believe so, but
Yeah,
it was
Because
it's hard for me to remember the score.
Y'all beat Green Bay without scoring the offensive touchdown. I don't think, and y'all wasn't throwing the ball that game.
I was in the
No.
And then also, Shannon had been having bad, like y'all just been hurt for real. Like every time y'all go in the playoffs, somebody get hurt. That's been happening to y'all. So
But
I
Joe,
get you that.
what was that record you said?
Not blowing leads, huh?
What was that record you said?
0-36 when losing by 8 points in the fourth quarter.
Same.
Y'all said a lot about y'all be saying about Purdy. Never brought nobody back. Never had a game.
He did versus the Browns, but the
kicker missed.
Wait,
hold on. Wait, because I got.
You got drafted when? When you get drafted?
I got one. Remember last year against the Raiders? People forget about that game. That was an up and down game. We were down in the fourth quarter. He brought us back to take the game to overtime, and we won that game overtime.
Yeah, I do remember that. But yeah, y'all went down by 8 though. But I remember that though. I remember that game. That was late in the season too.
Exactly. And I told everybody that was a trap game, and everybody thought I was tripping.
You right. When Derek Carr got sent home and what's name started.
Exactly, because they had Jared Stidham was the quarterback. He came in as a backup, and I said he knows that system. It ain't. I'm telling y'all, it's a trap game.
You did say that.
You know what I noticed? I think it's the backup quarterbacks that give y'all the most grief because they like, I ain't got nothing to lose. I'm gonna just throw it up. That's why Drew Lock was looking good in the beginning of the game.
I was just about to say that. You see, Drew Lock was having this game yesterday. Oh my
God. That's true.
The DK, I was like,
that's true. That's really true. That's barrier teams in general, and you know this because whenever we play Sacramento, Malik Monk kills us. It's not Fox. It's not Sabonis. Malik Monk will go for 40. I don't know what it is about the backups coming in. That's a barrier. I don't get it. So I'm with you. That's true.
Yeah, man. That's good.
But yeah, what's the name? I'll say, man, you want to tell us tell the people where they can find you? Because this is a good conversation. My man, hold up, right quick. I say my man Dave, he needed a 49er fan, and we found one, and he came on air. So we good money now, Dave. You got a counterpart.
I know, right?
Yes, sir. But yeah, you can find me at Eric Bryant TV on Instagram. Not really on Twitter too much, but I also do stand-up comedy. I post a lot of comedy stuff. If anybody's in the LA area, I do a lot out there in the comedy field. So definitely, if you come on Eric Bryant TV, I'll be able to plug you into some events, not even just my events, but like really dope other comedic events and stuff like that. Show y'all a good time in LA. I'm not a weird LA dude because I'm not from here, but yeah, man, just hit me Eric Bryant TV on Instagram.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Hey Dave, send me and Tomo his IG.
Yeah,
got you.
And before you leave, Swiper MVP season. Let's go. That's all I had to say.
Mr. Clay, they I know you glad that Ty Halliburton trade worked out because if Swiper wasn't playing like he was playing, it'd be looking a little bad for that trade.
Yeah, Halliburton balling. That's my dog. I'm a root for Halliburton, you know, but I like the trade when they made the trade. I liked it.
Yeah, at the time I did too, though. But yeah, burn that mask. I don't. What are you doing? Burn that. Why do you have that?
Hey, Swiper season, man. MVP.
I feel he's one of the. You know who he signed to? His shoe deal.
I know.
Who did he sign?
Curry, my guy.
Oh,
my guy.
Okay, sign to Steph. Okay, got you.
Hey, you gotta learn from the best.
Steph pulled a LeBron.
Oh, don't ever say that. We don't mess with LeBron around here. Don't ever say that.
Oh, no, I'm talking about as far as like I'm gonna beat you on the court, but if I feel like you're getting good, then I'm gonna just do business with you off. Yeah. But nah, I know how y'all feel about Braun out there.
Yeah, we don't mess with it.
Yeah, I know.
Popping champagne bottles for in tournaments. Anyway, whatever.
I mean, he did pop one after being down 3-1, but I ain't gonna talk about
Hey, Joe. We gotta Joe Dave. We gotta bring him back for an NBA topic, man. We already know.
We got to.
I won't say nothing. I'm not gonna say it. We was talking about the Niners. Now you done went to my feelings. I watched that game in public. Game 7. I was stupid. I should have watched it in public. Anyway, yeah.
Man, it hurt me too. Like I said, I'm a Steph fan. I was rooting for y'all.
Okay. Yeah, he was throwing behind the back out of bounds. Like, what? Anyway.
At the end of the game, too. I'm like, what you doing, Steph? It's late in the fourth quarter.
I thought this was a positive podcast. Why are you bringing up old negative memories? Like, what's happening here? He said you gonna come on here, enjoy yourself. We positive group of people. I don't feel that right now. I don't feel safe, and I don't feel heard. I don't feel safe or heard right now.
Well, look,
mixing
the positive note is the 49ers are the best team in the league right now, and y'all got the Cardinals up next. So then y'all play Washington at some point too, right?
Yeah.
Hey, you say y'all good? You said backups, right? Hey, say how? Take a seat, Jacoby. You up next? Jacoby, let's go.
Hey, but appreciate you coming on, man.
Appreciate y'all.
We gonna get up with you, man. We know the Refuse to Lose family gonna hit you up, so you gonna have
for sure, man. Nice talking to y'all. I enjoy myself for sure.
Yes, sir. Stay safe.
All right, y'all.
That was cool.
Hey, Dave, man, Dave went and found a 49er fan who feel the same way as him too.
I know, right?
Hey, I had to prove it. I told y'all I'm not the only Niner fan that feels like that.
Man, well, you know Carl gonna have some words for you. He left a comment said you wanted him fired.
I know, right? I know. Be specific, Dave. Let's wrap this up. 23 points in the fourth quarter against who was it against? I forgot who we beat. Oh yeah, Phoenix. My bad. Devin Booker, you're done, son. But anyway,
Bradley Bibb, go ahead, man.
You about to make his debut, Tomo?
He gonna play against the Wizards. That's what he's waiting for.
But yeah, listen, man. Jacoby, like I said, you up next. You know, they said backups get them problems. So Jacoby, you a vet. You know you doing. But no, man, great show today. I was excited to do the show today. Cowboy, y'all looking good, man. I give you your props, Tombo. I give you your flowers today, right? Dave, I give you your flowers, man. I had some flowers to receive. NBA season to be more of a topic, so I can get more flowers. All right. But no, shout out to the whole R2L family. Shout out to your homie that came on. Make sure you send us his IG. Real cool dude. Hashtag swipe a season, man. Like the beans.
Wake up and work hard. Whatever you're dedicated to, make sure you put in all the work for it. Thoughts. Everything starts with your thoughts, man. Make sure your mind is where it needs to be. Stick to your craft. Practice, study, do whatever you need to do to be great at your craft. And the Eagles are trash.
I was about to say, man, you pulled the Jalen Hurts now with the quote, man.
Yeah.
But
had to. He not an MVP no more, so I had to give an MVP type speech. You know?
I would say, man, you beat up on him, man. Now he's like, nah, you can't even say quotes no more. I don't want to hear that. But for me, it's what you said. It was a big game for Dallas, man. They actually need to go out there and show them that they could beat up on a good team and not get beat up on when they play a good team. Technically, when you get beat up on by the best team, I don't think you should feel bad about it. But when you go up against a team who think they're the best team and then you beat up on them, you should feel real good about it because they thought they was going to come down here and do something. This was their get-back game, and they definitely did. They got right back on that bus and right back on that plane to go to Philadelphia so they can get right back up and play somebody else next week. And the good thing about it is they got to play the Seahawks. But like I said earlier in the season, y'all, we only get a few of these games. We not out there actually playing on the field, so just enjoy it, talk your trash, and get ready to read your script, AJ.
Can't wait for that. All right, y'all. That's all we have for y'all today. And we'll see y'all next episode.
Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all the next episode.